So we obviously know the OKC Thunder have so many draft picks as they did trade Paul George and Russell Westbrook this offseason. And they might as well trade Chris Paul. There's a thing that he may never play a game in the Thunder jersey. But that's the beauty of 2K Rebuilds. I could still do a scenario in which Chris Paul is going to remain a Thunder. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I'm back here on NBA 2K19 with the Thunder side of that trade. Now, there is reports that Chris Paul will probably get traded, most likely Miami. Maybe there's a random team like Minnesota or Detroit in there that could use a point guard. But we are going to do this rebuild with the Thunder, because if they do trade him away, then I'll do the Heat Paul or the Timberwolves Paul, whatever he gets traded to. But we're going to do this today. Now, Chris Paul has approximately 3 years left on this trade. I'm going to try to win him a ring, as Chris Paul is one of my favorite players of all time. And I'm very upset him and Melo might never win a ring. Pretty likely that neither will happen. So I am going to try to win a title. Now, we do have a bunch of point guards on this roster. And I'm sorry that I've been doing a lot of OKC Westbrook related stuff. This will be the last one for a while. Until obviously Chris Paul gets traded. But I'm not going to do a Thunder rebuild. It's going to be obviously a Heat or whatever team rebuild, like I said just before. So you know what? I was thinking about making a trade. But you know what? I'm just going to let season number 1 simulate. I do want to send actually Darius Bazley, our rookie, to the G League. Now let's see what 2K comes up with. So they want to do Paul, Ferguson, Roberson, Gallo, Adams, Schroeder, Alexander. Oh, okay, I'm definitely going to have to edit this. Okay, guys, so here's how the rotation is going to go. We got 33 to Paul, 33 to SGA, who could be traded in this video. We do have 28 to Roberson, 33 to Gallo, 32 to Adams, 28 to Schroeder, 20 to Ferguson, 18 to Noel, and 15 to Diallo. Our assistant proficiency is going to be 3.5 stars for season number 1. Going to keep that as that. It is, what was it again? It was grit and grind. And our preseason power ranking, I don't really expect to be that good, but the last time I did do the Russ Rockets rebuild that you guys saw yesterday, Chris Paul was actually a beast in it. So, hey, we're going to see if he can do that today. I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. If we're bad, hey, we get a better draft pick. If we're good, hey, it gives us maybe a better free agency suitor. I don't know. Okay, so this Thunder team actually did pretty well. We go 50-32 to end the season. Anthony Davis MVP. I'll take it. I'm sure. Okay, Schroeder was good. Did I just sign him to an extension? Wow, I really forget stuff quickly. I did, just so I can maybe trade him. I also inked up Gallinari to a 3-year deal. I think I'm going to move Gallo more than I would move Schroeder. I actually don't mind him as a backup point guard. But I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I think I might be moving on from SGA, especially if I'm going to go Chris Paul only a point guard. I mean, SGA could play the 2 and Schroeder could still come off the bench. I don't know. I just feel like it would be very tricky to win a title like that. But we could definitely try it. Like, I could give it this offseason, see how next year goes. Chris Paul, unfortunately, did not make an All-NBA team. No Thunder did, which is kind of upsetting. So we can check what seed we are in the playoffs. So we are a 4 seed, taking on the 5-seeded Denver Nuggets in round 1. If we take a look at the season stats for the technically 19-20 season, Chris Paul, great numbers. 20.5 points a game, 8 assists, 47 from the field, 40 from 3, 84 from the line, which I feel like is pretty low for Chris Paul. But hey, I'll take that. Good season by Chris. Schroeder was really good off the bench. He won 6 Man of the Year award. Percentages were bleh. Pretty bad, actually. But hey, if he's going to do that, I'll take it. Gallo actually had a really nice season. Might try to capitalize on that and move him. Percentages were pretty bad from the field. 3-point percentage was good, but that's a little yikes. SGA 15 and 6 there. Pretty good numbers for, was he starting at the 2? He was. And then Adams, not bad. Don't know if I'm going to move him. And then there's Diallo, Noel, Ferguson, Roberson. Roberson's just, he's a free agent. I mean, he's a good defensive piece, but geez, his offense in this game is so bad. Points per game, were we anything in the top 15? Oh, geez, we're 19th in scoring. Defense, that looks pretty good. It was actually first, so maybe that's why we were actually solid this year. And 8th in point differential. I mean, we are putting out Ferguson, Chris Paul, SGA, Roberson, Adams. Like, we do have a good defensive team. But in round 1, we were down 3-0 to a team that is lower than us, and we do get swept in round 1. So the Raptors actually win it all. Pascal Siakam is your finals MVP without freaking Kawhi. That's crazy. They ended up beating the Rockets in 5, so Harden and Westbrook couldn't get the title, unfortunately. So draft lottery, I don't know if we have any extra picks this year. I don't think that's the case, so we're just going to have our pick. So the Knicks end up with the number 1 overall pick in the draft. We are going to be sitting at 25. We actually do have 24 via Denver from the Jeremy Grant trade, so I forgot about that. So we do have 2 firsts to maybe keep in mind. I'm going to fire Billy Donovan. I know he did well for us this year, but I don't like him in real life. Rick Carlisle, though, is somebody I do like. So we just picked up Rick Carlisle. Finally, the guy who made this roster actually gave him the proper ratings, not like 2K that made him pretty crappy, even though he's one of the best coaches in the NBA. So, thinking what I want to do here. I think I'm going to throw up Gallo. Like, what could I get for Gallo in our first? This trade is interesting, but like I said, I'm not going to give up Chris Paul. I'm not going to really get much, it seems, here. Jackson Hayes would be kind of fun to pick up. obviously, from New Orleans. I don't know, Clint Capella, but we do have, obviously, Adams. Okay, I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to just start here. We're going to try to trade Gallo, 24, 25 in our second round pick for pick 5 to Washington. Okay, I guess I have trade override on. Hold on. All right, I'm going to try to do this with Portland with 8, but that's actually going to work easily. All right, who's got like 5? Who's got 6? Charlotte. All right, Charlotte, I don't mean to scheme you. Okay, that's not going to work. All right, could 7 work, or is 8 going to be the first one I'm going to have to do? Indiana? Damn, they were bad this year. All right, looks like I'm going to move these guys for pick 8 in the draft, so they agree to that. I'll see you guys at rookie signings with who I draft. Okay, guys, so with the 6th overall pick in the draft, or no, 8 I had, never mind. I did take Scotty Lewis, a shooting guard out of Florida. First time I drafted him, kind of disappointed me with his overall, but hey, he could be a work in progress. We'll see. I know he's actually really good in real life. I don't even know who half these guys are. Okay, so I'm definitely going to bring back Ferguson and Diallo and obviously SGA. All 3 could be moved, though. So I do want to see what free agency is going to look like. I mean, what am I saying? We have Chris Paul tied up to so much money. Like, we're not going to be able to get anybody. Draymond Green, we are 16 mil off. Now, if I'm looking at our roster right now, so Scotty Lewis could be the shooting guard, not next year, but maybe the year after if we're trying to win a championship. So we have 1, 2 that I like. All right, I like our point guards. Shooting guard definitely could use an upgrade. Small forward, yeah. Power. Oh my god, actually. Oof, all right. This is interesting. So let me see. I might have to move on from Steven Adams. I was kind of hoping we were going to tank this year, get a better draft pick, and then I could have gotten another top 10 pick. Miles Turner is a younger, cheaper option than Steven Adams, so I could do that. Kyle Lowry, Wiggins. You know what? I'm going to do this trade. Could I do straight up Adams for Turner? Damn. They would acquire 2 mil. So I would have to take on TJ McConnell. I don't want TJ, but I don't want to give up my pick next year in case we're bad. I'd be willing to throw in one of these Rockets picks in 2023. I'm not. Okay, this isn't going to work. Okay, so I think I'm just going to run it back. I did give Roberson a 3-year deal. I don't know how I feel about it. I might end up trading him next year. Of course, his system, he doesn't match our system. Mike Conley actually does, but I can't afford him, nor do we need a point guard. So, we do get Roberson back. Now, I am just going to probably simulate this season. I probably do need a backup center, so who can I pick up? We'll pick up Bismack Biyombo, sure, on a 2-year deal. I can always maybe use him as a trade asset. So, we do get Roberson and Biyombo, 2 solid defenders, and I'll see you guys at training camp. Alright, guys, so I do have 3 on-top potential camps. Definitely going to be sending Scotty Lewis, who I think I'm going to send to the G League this year. I'm going to send Basley, who will probably get decent minutes with us this year. And then we'll send SGA, who I haven't moved yet. I could have honestly did the idea, but I do want to run this team back for a little bit, see if we can get a playoff series win, because SGA will be under contract next year anyway, so I could look to move him, but you know what, I'll see what I can get on Trade Finder just now, but I'm probably not going to move him until next year anyway. Yeah, like these offers are just like, like Dennis Smith. I don't need a point guard, I'm looking for wings. Derrick Rose is like the best. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely going to hold off on trading him. So let's see what the team is going to look like. Like I said, I'm going to send Scotty Lewis to the G League. Okay, this is like the most point guard driven team I've ever had. So here's how the rotation is going to go. We got 35 to CP3 and SGA, 27 to Roberson, 29 to Pasley, 31 to Adams, who will, I believe, be a free agent at the end of this year. 32 to Schroeder, 18 to Diallo, 18 to Ferguson, and then 15 to Biyombo. System proficiency, balance is 3.5 stars. We'll stick at that with Carlisle. Actually, defense is 4 stars. Damn. All right, so we'll go to defense, and then I did want to see if I can ink up Adams now. He's undecided, so I'll monitor that. And then our preseason power ranking, NBA.com has this at 9. So you know what? If we're better than a 4 seed this year, I'll definitely take that. I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2, and hopefully it doesn't go horribly wrong. All right, so yeah, this season, not as good. We go 40 and 42. I did ink Adams to an extension as well as Hamidou Diallo. So, like, Schroeder's really good coming off the bench. This is the guy I want as my 6th man. Wow, that is really good numbers, like great percentages as well. I plan on him being the 6th man going forward. But Chris Paul, like, this is going to be interesting to see what I'm going to do this offseason. This is huge for us. So we get no Thunder there, not surprised. No Thunder anywhere, like, literally not surprised. Actually, I think Basley might have just made all-rookie second team. We don't make the playoffs, which is, you know, whatever. Scotty Lewis is up to a 79. Basley had a pretty nice year. Not bad. I mean, his percentages were pretty bad for a power forward. I can show you guys the stats, though, for this year's season. Schroeder was our winning scorer. Chris Paul still had a great year. He does have his player option of $41 million. I'm guessing he will opt into that. We do have Shai Gilgeous. Like I said, I'm probably going to move on from him. Adams, who I did send to an extension for $17 million a year, cheaper than what he's getting now. Don't know if I'm going to move him. There's Basley, Diallo, Ferguson, Biyombo, Robertson. Like, yeah, stuff is going to be changing this offseason. Let's get to this. All right, so the Timberwolves actually win it all, and Cat is your finals MVP. They beat the Sixers in 7. All right, off-season time. I got a lot of draft picks. I plan on using a bunch maybe in a trade. I want to get a star on this team, like a star scorer. So let's see where the draft lottery treats us. Okay, I saw my team a couple times. There we go! 4th projected pick via the goddamn Heat, I can't speak. 13 via the Clippers, they didn't make the playoffs, and 14 us. Let's hope we get some luck here. Okay, well, that was pretty shitty. We dropped to 7. So we have 7, 13, and 14 in this draft. It's a start. All right, so let's go to the NBA draft. Like I said, I want to get another star, like a star scorer on this team. What can I get for Diallo, Roberson, and the 7th pick just in the trade finder alone? So I can get Tobias Harris. I do need a 4, so that's something to keep an eye on. Because Chris Paul's contract hasn't come in yet, so I could go over the cap right now if I want to do. We can trade him to, we can get Jimmy Butler. Interesting. LaMelo Ball, Aaron Gordon I like. Somebody did catch my eye. Not yet, he didn't pop up. Okay. I was hoping, John Wall. I was hoping maybe Devin Booker would come up, but I don't mind like the Tobias Harris or Aaron Gordon or even Jimmy Butler. So I'm gonna look at shooting guards / small forwards that I can maybe pick up and make an offer for, but I don't know who. I was thinking maybe Luka, but I guess Luka's considered a point guard in this. Devin Booker though, like I said, I wouldn't mind to try this if I gave up Roberson, if I gave up Diallo, and I gave up 13, 14. And this future Heat pick in 2023. Bang. So we just picked up Devin freaking Booker. So I have Schroeder and Scotty Lewis on the bench. And I haven't even traded SGA yet. And I kept 7 in this draft. Okay, so if I were going to move 7, let's see what I can get for 7 and Biyombo. Like, if I'm not going to get anything special, okay, I can get my starting power forward. That's a start. That is definitely a start. Jimmy Butler, I might just pull the trigger on that. Because, yeah, Jimmy Butler will be better than anybody I draft. I can get Blake Griffin, but he's 32. I mean, that's how old Jimmy Butler might be. DeRozan, Klay Thompson, but he's 31. All right, I'm going to... Tobias Harris is interesting. How old is Jimmy Butler? He's 31. I'm going to make this trade. Biyombo, a 2nd and 7 for Jimmy Butler. Bang. We just picked up 2 stars on the wing, making moves. So we're going to have, and I still haven't traded Schroeder, and obviously I'm going to narrow in on power forward. So Chris Paul, Opson, obviously, and then Basley and Alexander we're going to bring back now since I have Schroeder as the backup point guard. We are going to be trading SGA here, and obviously in my 2020 Thunder rebuild, when Chris Paul is traded by then, I will be building around SGA, so don't worry about that. So, what can I get for just SGA and this Clippers pick in 2022? I'm looking for a power forward. That is the position of need. Obviously, we do have Darius Basley, but I want to see if I can get something nice. Cade Cunningham, he's a point guard. Interesting, I didn't know that. Buddy Hield and Barnes, I'm not giving up Chris Paul. Knox is cool, but it's looking like I can't really take that much money back without having to give up Chris Paul, which is annoying because there's probably not that many cheap power forwards out there. Jared Culver, cool pickups and all, but I need a power forward. Let me just see how free agency goes. So Ferguson, I definitely want to give the qualifying offer to. He could have trade value. Now, free agency. Who do we have that I can afford that's good? Chris Dunn. Like I said, ooh, JJ Redick. Interesting. I'm looking for a power forward. So we could maybe try to sign a Markeith. I was hoping that was Marcus. Okay, so I'm just going to go after Kelly Olynyk. I'll give him a 3-year deal. But I might use his salary to match up with other guys' salaries. So I'm not done just yet. So we do get him. Cool. And then you know what? I'm actually going to give a decent amount of money to Ferguson. And then try to pull off a blockbuster trade for a stud power forward, maybe even Tobias Harris. So we do get Olynyk and Ferguson. Found the trade, I think. I'm going to try to get Jared Jackson Jr. if I don't find anything else I like. Yeah, it's looking like Jared Jackson Jr. I mean, Horford and Harris was nice, but I'm not giving him Chris Paul. Like I said, I want to get him a ring. So we're going to do this trade. I don't really need Tyus Jones, but hey, I'll take him. So we're giving up Ferguson, SGA, and a first for Jackson Jr., and we do get Tyus Jones. So let's see this team as of now. So we have 1, 2, for sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we're ready for next year's season. This team can win it all. All right, guys, so I do have 3 on-top potentials. Definitely going to send Jackson Jr. I'll probably send, like, Scotty Lewis and, like, Basley, I think. Yeah, because Booker, I mean, he's good enough. He's 24. Adams is 28. So I'll send it to, who's the other guy I was going to send it to? Oh, Basley. Okay, so here's how the rotation is going to look for the season. I think it's a championship team. We got Chris Paul. We got Devin Booker. We couldn't bring Chris Paul to Miami, so we brought Miami to him. We got Jimmy Butler, and then you'll see Kelly Olynyk. Jared Jackson Jr., Adams, Schroeder, Basley, Lewis, Olynyk, chilling there. System proficiency, balance looks like it's 4 stars. Nothing is 4.5, so we'll stay at balanced. Who holds it down a little bit? So Booker's really good, Butler's good. Okay, Adams holds it down a little bit. Interesting. Now, if we go over to our preseason power ranking, 5th, according to NBA.com, 2K Sports 9th, and Mark Spears at 5th. We're at 5. Not fit. So, yeah, that'll be for me for season number 3. I think we can win a chip this year. Okay, so this team goes 53-29. 1 game better, I think, from year 1. I don't remember if we went 52-20 or 15-22, but it is what it is. Cade Cunningham, rookie of the year. Could have traded for this guy. Did he actually get drafted 7th? Yeah, with our pick. That's funny. Deontay Murray, 6th man of the year. Or DeJounte Murray, excuse me. We don't get coach of the year. That goes to Steve Kerr, so seeing their record and our record, that eliminates us from being a possible 1 seed. Siakam is just a stud in this now. On-base second team, no Thunder. Wow. No Thunder at all. You're kidding me. So we are the 2 seed that won the Western Conference, taking on the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Doncic, Edwards, Finney-Smith, Kristaps, Isaac Humphries, Brogdon, Bryce Johnson, Brunson. Interesting team. So Devin Booker was our leading scorer, 22, 4.5. He shot amazing, almost 50, 45. 90, like crazy stuff by Booker. Schroeder was good, 16, 5.7. Butler, 16 and 5. Jaren Jackson Jr., 13.7 and 9.6. Chris Paul, 13 and 8. I didn't see how much he wanted on an extension, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And then there's Adams, Lewis, Basley, and Olynyk. And then team stats, points per game. We weren't terrible. We were 11th, but allowed we were 1st. And point differential, we were 2nd behind the Warriors. So round 1 here against the Dallas Mavericks, who won 43 games. They beat me in game 1. Oh my god, why are they up 2-0? Oh my god, 2-2. Please go up 3-2. Please win 3 unanswered. Oh my god, we're gonna lose in 6, aren't we? Don't do this to me. Do not let me lose in 7. My god, I was about to throw my controller at that glass wall. That would not have been good. At that glass door, I meant. I don't know why I just called that a wall. Alright, so now we're taking on Denver here in round 2, who have Murray, Harris, Porter Jr. They have 2 point guards with the last name Murray. How did they get Maker? Oh my god. Okay, we might be screwed. They're deep as hell. Bol. They have Maker, who's 7 foot. Bol, who's 7'2", and Jokic, who's 7 foot. They have 3 7-foot centers. And I don't think any of them are from America. They're all foreign. Actually, I have no idea if Bol's American. But Maker's from Australia and Jokic is from freaking Serbia. Oh, here we go. Please don't lose this series. Oh my god, we're going to go down 3-0, aren't we? So the Sixers sweep Minnesota in 4. I'm very upset we got swept. I'm going to give it 1 more year for Chris Paul to possibly win a title. If not, it's just not going to happen anyway, Chris Paul, so you're screwed. So we're going to go to the lottery here. Do we have any luck in draft picks? Okay, I did see our name, I think, pop up once there. We have 14 via Houston. Not bad. So that pick ends up being 14. Grizzlies have our pick at 28. Okay, so we have the 14th pick in this draft. I'll keep you, Carlisle, but a little bit disappointing. Freaking, of course, Billy Donovan has got us the furthest in this. Like, what could I get for... I don't even know what I want to do. If I trade Olynyk in 14, could I get a better 9th man? Who is this? Thomas Bryant? I wouldn't mind a backup center. Bryce Johnson. I might get Thomas Bryant on this team. Raul Alkins from Arizona. All Roberson back. Zach Collins. Who is that? Oh, I thought that said... Okay, never mind. I'll get Thomas Bryant in a first-round pick. So we just pick up a better backup big man. Now let's go to team player options. Let's see how much... Obviously, Chris Paul is going to cost me. So we're going to bring back Basley and Scotty Lewis. I don't know if... Jaren Jackson Jr., yeah, he's going to be restricted. So I'm going to obviously bring him back. Now let's see how much Chris Paul is asking for in free agency. He's asking for about 18 mil. I'll give him a 2-year deal. We're also going to bring back... Jaren Jackson Jr. no matter what. Okay, I'm going to see if I can trade Steven Adams and Darius Basley for DeAndre Ayton, who's a very good rebounder and scorer. So let's see. Obviously, that's not going to work. But I have a lot of draft picks, and this is going to be the final year anyway, so I'm ready to give all these up. We'll give up this Hawks pick. Okay, this should be enough. Nope. What about if I offer 1 more first? There we go. So we just picked up DeAndre Ayton. I might need to... Why does this still say Thomas Bryant's on my team? Did I not just trade Thomas Bryant? I mean, did I not just... Wait, who did I just trade instead that I thought? Oh, I traded Basley. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. So let me just sign a power forward real quick to be the 10th man in the rotation. Like Noah Vonleh, he's not bad. So I'll sign him to a 3-year deal. He'll get like 10 minutes a night. We just picked up a better center than Adams, so I'm hoping he's good. Let's see this final rotation. All right, guys, so this is how the rotation's going to go. We got Chris Paul getting 28, 33 to Booker, 33 to Ayton. We actually brought the Phoenix Suns to OKC. Completely didn't mention that yet. We got 32 to the forwards, and then we got Schroeder getting 28, same as Chris Paul, 22 to Brian and Lewis, 10 to Vonleh. Now, system proficiency. Balance is now 4.5 stars. Wow, okay. Alright, so we should definitely... I'm not going to say win the title, but... Number 1, 2K Sports has us at 9. 2 on Mark Spears. Please, 2K gods. Please. Okay, so we end the 4th season as a 1 seed, taking on Houston in round 1. Funny enough, Russell Westbrook's still a 90. Chris Paul's an 80 now. We will check out our stats here. So our leading scorer was Devin Booker. Pretty much the same exact numbers as last year. Oh, my God. Oh, there we go. He's finally 50, 40, but not 90. That's all good. And then there's Shooter. Probably should start him over Chris Paul. Aiden, pretty good numbers. Butler, Jaren Jackson Jr., Chris Paul, 11.5, 8 assists, Lewis Bryant, Vonleh. I just want to get into this playoff run. I think this is a championship team. So let's see if we can actually win it all. So round 1. We are taking on the Rockets, funny enough, and it is looking like we are going to sweep them. No gentleman's sweep, though, and we do. So we are going to be taking on the Lakers in round 2. Obviously, LeBron and AD. We're up 2-0. Can we go up 3-0? Okay. Can we go up 3-1? Okay, 2-2. We're down 3-2. Chris Paul is cursed. I have nothing else to say.